Welcome back to another episode of The Title Unknown. I am Format Entity, and
this is Getalinks.
And we are here to bring you episode 4. We have some topics here, and I'd like to dive into just the first pieces of what we've been up to this week. And we have some interesting developments. You're actually has made the travel and gone down to the GenCon in Indianapolis, and let's hear a little bit about that right away. Let's start with you.
All right, what do you want to
know? So from what I hear, and I'm sorry I can't join you, is that we've made the trip, we've made the venture down to the GenCon, and I didn't get to go this year.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I wish you were.
I got all tied up into family stuff and work and everything. I couldn't make the travels, but you did. You came down there and get to see the convention
anything for the podcast.
So what's like the first thing you noticed as you arrived? I mean, I know we talked a little bit pre-show, but let's get a feel of past conventions into this year.
Well, first of all, past conventions were about $14 to $18 cheaper in parking, because you're almost up to about $28 a day now. Another thing is when you're driving around Gen Con at 3 o'clock in the morning and it's kind of dark, it's not quite as obvious to figure out where the heck you are.
It's less lighting?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's dark. All the landmarks I'm used to looking at and everything, I can't see.
Yeah, there weren't many landmarks until you got really into the downtown area.
Well, the only thing that really stood out for me was that big steam building that we walked by a couple times last time.
Yep.
Once I saw that, I'm like, all right, I know where I am now.
And the big football field and all that.
Yep. Lucas Soil Stadium.
So, when you arrived, I hear this year Gen Con was going to be opened in the middle of the night. When did you get your press badge? You left early or late a little bit? You left Thursday night.
I left pretty much Friday morning at 2 a.m.
Oh, so by the time you got there, it was already in full bustle for you to get your badge.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad though. It took me about 3 minutes to get my badge. Usually what I used to like in the past was after you got your badge, you went over and you got your little freebie bag and everything of goodies and things like that. This year there is no freebie bag. It's just a coupon booklet for the vendors.
No swag bag?
No swag bag.
What the flippin' hell? All right, so that's the number one first disappointment you got when you got there.
Oh, yeah. She says, go over to the booth and you can get your ticket punched and you can get your free goodies. I'm like, oh, good. I walked over there expecting, a little bag with maybe a card in there and, my free little hero click of the year kind of thing. I did not even get my annual Gen Con die.
That's what I was going to ask. No Gen Con die this year.
No die. Not that I found anyway. I'm going to go back tomorrow just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that, there is no Gen Con die that's a freebie.
You're going to have to ask around. Make sure. Wow.
Because you know how I have my little collection of Gen Con dies.
Oh, yeah. You went a year without me before, right? Or was your first con my first con?
Me that I've taken a trip here by myself, but I, for the life of me, cannot remember the one time I've ever been to Gen Con alone until now.
So I know I went 2 years in a row. I went in 2009 and 2010.
Okay.
Or at least that's what I'm pretty sure about, I think.
I'm pretty sure you're right, yeah.
So, and it's been, we've missed, couldn't make it the last couple of years and everything, but now you actually pulled it together and you're down there.
Next thing that I noticed that was different was, I believe that they moved the gaming hall and the vendor hall. I think they flip-flopped them. Because I'm used to walking in the front door and just walking right into the vendor hall, and I walked in, and lo and behold, I'm sitting in the middle of a tournament.
So, like, the normal booth area and everything
is more to the left and back.
Well, the booth area is that we used to know. The booth area, there's a number of doors across the halls, a nice big rectangle of booth, and what do they call that even? The show floor or something?
The vendor area, I think.
Vendor area. So the vendor area we used to know was like nice, carpeted, and walkway.
Oh, it still is.
Well, that area
the most
is
confusing part.
But then there was another area where the tournaments were going on, and that was more of like a warehoused backside. Like It was like bigger ceilings. It had just tables everywhere, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't even carpeted. It was just cement floor out there, and that was the gaming area. And that's not what's going on this year.
No, I'm kind of looking at the map here. The vendor room is called the Exhibitor Hall.
Okay, Exhibitor. Yeah, Exhibitor Hall. But
and
that's...
the room that gaming's in looks like it's called... doesn't have a name.
But that's the Exhibitor Hall. That's in the warehoused area?
No. Well, it might be. I don't know. It looks like they've changed everything around. I mean, when you walked into that exhibitor hall, it's carpeted too. Maybe I'm just confused and not used to entering through a certain door or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's different than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah? All right. So, any highlights from your first day out there at GenCon?
No, not really. There wasn't a lot going on. I was really kind of disappointed in a lot of the vendors and the events that they were hosting. So
you mentioned the trading card game Magic. We had a giveaway last week, which no one won. We'll get to that later, more towards the end of the show. So no one picked that up yet. So we still have that. But what are they representing while they're down there?
This year, Wizards of the Coast is promoting Dungeons & Dragons Online. Their entire booth is solely focused on that this year. And when I asked them where their Magic booth was in association with their Kaijudo cards and things like that, they said they weren't going to even have a booth for that this year, and they're going to focus just on the D&D.
Online game.
Correct.
This is primarily pretty much a trading card game convention. I mean, that's why they have tournaments. Yeah. They have tournaments of... I remember, I think it probably may have been 2009, but they had Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional Championships in that building.
Oh, they still do.
That's still going on, and Magic didn't... or Wizards of the Coast...
I want to say the World Championship for Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going on this weekend, too. And Konami does have a booth set aside as normal that you can come down here and battle the world champions of past.
Really?
Yep. They're sitting up on the booth, and you can go up there and try your hand at trying to beat them with your deck.
Nice. I remember doing that. I remember you getting smoked pretty badly.
Yeah. Just one more reason I just don't play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. But if there's while you're out there, if there's any chance that you I don't know what type of portable recording you have or anything, but if you can capture an interview or anything that you want, maybe the voice recording on your phone, we'll turn that audio in and see if you can catch any highlights into the for next episode.
Looking at some of the booths that I've worked with some of the gaming companies, and so far I haven't seen any of the people that I recognize from the industry.
I remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! Guys, the Konami, and
Don and all them. He wasn't there.
No, you didn't see them, huh?
No.
Turnover, all that.
No, he's still online, because I still get emails from him every couple days, but I didn't see him there. Maybe he's there tomorrow.
Hopefully. So anything you can capture while you're out there, bring it back to us when... That's rocking.
Oh, they also have a booth for exclusive to Doctor Who.
Oh, you're flipping kidding me. Are you serious?
Yep, it's Doctor Who North America. I think it's DoctorWhoNA.com. And yeah, they have a working TARDIS there and a working Dalek that's talking about the booth and
working
you to come buy your
TARDIS being
product.
not jumping through space and time and everything.
Oh no, it does. It does.
Yeah, it's not bigger on the inside as it is outside.
Oh, of course it is.
Oh yeah, the
They even have
spatial
a
dimension.
T-shirt that you can buy. It says it's not about size. It's about what's on the inside that counts.
All right, I need a full video of what the hell you're talking about because that totally doesn't make sense. We'll put it up on the YouTube channel and everything.
All right.
So with Doctor Who, I just want to mention. Can you hear this?
Ooh, you finally got it, huh?
Yeah, it finally came in the mail. It dispatches out the little thing. It's the what doctor is Matt Smith? 11?
11? I think so.
Yeah, it's only got 2 sounds. But the funny thing about this, all right. When I went to Amazon, this thing cost about $40.
Explain what it is.
It's. I hope I shouldn't need to. But this thing, that's a sonic screwdriver from Matt Smith. It bounces out and retracts, and it does the 2 different sounds. On Amazon, this thing costed about $40. We came across a deal that were saying that they're going to do a sale, and it came down to $12. And I'm like, $12? All right, sold. So
You go wrong.
So me and Alternative One and another buddy from work, we all threw in $12. And Alternative One has an Amazon account. He does a lot of the book reviews. That's why we have him doing reviews for us. And we actually missed the last couple of weeks, but we have one tonight. And so we all threw in the $12 and made this purchase. It took like nearly 5 weeks for this thing to come from Europe. And this thing, I tell you what, is literally sitting in store shelves at whatever Europe calls Walmart or Kmart, their local stores. This thing is sitting in the kids section for like $5,
Right.
all over the shelves in Europe. This was priced at $40, and literally, that's all it does. 2 sounds, lights up, and bounces out. A little back thing. $40 for an American to get their hands on this. We got it for $12.
But now the question is it worth it? Do you enjoy your toy?
Oh, I do. I'm a grown up with a toy, and I totally enjoy it. I love that I have that. That thing is so much fun.
I'm gonna have to get one, I think.
So that's my weekly highlight, actually.
That's your monthly highlight.
Yeah, it kind of is. Until Miss Pandaria comes out. That's going to be amazing. I actually got to play around on those pep addles, and I'm telling you, as soon as you get back into World of Warcraft for Miss Pandaria, you're going to...
Not play Star Wars anymore?
No, that's still not happening. There's no Star Wars.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Star Wars is about to die.
Well, as soon as it goes to the free-to-play up to level 50, I can bring my level 34 or 35 up to level 50. I might go back and play around a bit because, literally, the other thing that's been taking up my time this week has been the Breaking Bad show. Have you watched Breaking Bad?
No.
I've
heard all about it, though. Everybody wants me to watch it.
Oh, you do. You have Netflix already, so you just need to start it up and do it. Did you see this new feature? This is like after the last time we recorded, the day after we recorded, Netflix introduced the new autoplay feature.
What's that do?
Autoplay. It'll play the next episode.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Netflix would always just you click. You have to click the button to start it. As soon as the show ended, it would end. It would never let you. It would not continue playing the next show. And now,
speaking of Netflix, I just have to throw this in. I found out that if you have an Xbox and you watch Netflix on your Xbox console, there is a secret code that you can input into your Xbox console, and you can get a secret menu option to pull up into each episode that you can do different things with it, like the audio, video, and the commentaries and things like that.
no way. You got to link that. Send me that.
And
I don't know what you're talking about.
Code is, you're gonna love it.
No way.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, up,
You're
up, up.
fucking kidding me.
Nope.
I don't know. Is that credited? Have you done it? Do you have an Xbox?
I do, but I don't have a gold membership, so I can't do it.
Yeah,
but
me neither.
This is on Yahoo. I just found it a few hours ago, so it is actually true.
If they have that information stored on a server somewhere
into Netflix.
If that information's on a server somewhere and it's not available for other Netflix people, that's kind of bogus. It's super uber cool that they hid it behind a old Contra code, a very old, nostalgic, awesome, geeky, nerdy, uber awesome code, but only Xbox users. What about PlayStation 3? They should be able to do it too.
I don't know. That's all it said was on your Xbox console using your game controller. That's what you gotta do.
Because the PlayStation 3, actually, when you logged into Netflix with PlayStation 3, they actually had the ability to autoplay Netflix. PlayStation 3 console would actually autoplay the next show. They built it into their application, their app or whatever. Sony PlayStation made it so it would move on to the next one, but that wasn't Netflix's plan. So Sony created a coding that say when a show ends, queue up the next thing in the list. So they took it upon themselves to do that. And so PlayStation 3 had the advantage of always being able to autoplay Netflix. But now it's totally active, it's out there, and there's actually an outcry. People don't want this.
Why not?
Because of bandwidth caps. There's people that live in areas that have limited internet bandwidth caps.
Oh.
So, if you just want to watch one episode, you throw on a TNG episode, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to watch this for 20 minutes, I'm really tired, it plays for 45 minutes, I'm going to fall asleep in 20, I'll let it play, I'll fall asleep, and it's going to die off, and it's not going to eat up internet. But now Netflix, as default, and there's no other option to turn it off, will continue running TNG all night while you sleep. People are pissed. People are pissed.
Well, they should appreciate all the TNG.
Well, I have no problem with that. That was one of the things that was making me consider going to Hulu. Hulu has commercials. And this is one of the things I thought actually was preventing Netflix from actually doing this, is because Netflix has never had commercials. I thought they would require commercials to be able to support autoplay, to be able to leave multiple users sleeping, accessing the server bandwidths of playing videos. That was always a thing. If you're not awake, then you're shut down. That's more service for other people. I thought they would have to introduce commercials in order to make revenue, in order to incorporate this, but apparently that's not the case. It's live right now. Go watch the show.
Because Netflix makes too much money now.
I hope so. I hope that's the deal, because I don't want a fucking commercial on Netflix. I'm going to fucking flip shit. Anyway, weekly highlights. Huh? Man, we totally rocked the weekly highlights. All right, let's move on to our first topic. I wanted to bring. I found a lot of information this week on the steampunk genre, and I know we've touched on steampunk here and there, especially with the Dishonored game coming out and everything, but. I found some very interesting, fun things, and the very first thing is a quick and easy one. Is a picture of a bathroom. It's called Bernal Architect Creates a Whimsical Steampunk Bathroom. So, this residential architecture, Andre Rothblate, lives in Bernal Heights. he refinished. He recently finished a very wild project. So, what he says is that the bathroom was a part of a whole house remodel of a craftsman-style home is located in Ashbury Heights. The clients are 30-something techies. He's a computer engineer, and she reviews patent applications. Oh my God, patents!
How cool would that be to review patents?
No, I would not be happy with that
you
job.
You just sit there and you look at it and you go, "Hey, look at this new vacuum. Oh, he wants to patent it. All right." Hey,
okay. That's different. Review patent applications, but if you have to decipher what a patent is, that's the job. Review what a patent actually applies to. That's a bad job. So they introduced this Andre Rothblatt to the steampunk genre. Andre says that he's always enjoyed industrial design influences in architecture, and he was enthusiastic to design the bathroom in that style. They found a Frederick Grosset, also from Bernal Heights, who teamed up and made this come to life. So this will be in the show notes. The picture actually has a lot of copper to it.
It does.
One of the best the best highlights I found. Oh my God, the actual water to the back of the toilet is over 9 feet high, or at least 8 feet high, right?
Yeah.
That water bowl.
One of those old school back from England pulling the cord toilets.
Oh, it is too. That is awesome. It'll still operate the same, but all that water flows through the piping. And my God, I hope none of that fails, because you're just...
I'm digging that gauge at the top.
You're flipping caulking and doing all that stuff. And then the other thing, so the lights. Do you see copper tubing coming into the lights there?
Yeah.
That's representing, like, that copper tubing is pulling gas, like a gas light.
Oh, okay.
Do you see? Like, it would be gas ignited, like there would be flames. This is actually quite beautiful and ingenious. Even the bowl of the sink is in copper.
But you see how high that faucet is? Can you imagine how much water is going to splash out of there when it comes down?
Don't crank up to full. You just let a nice gentle stream come down. How much water do you need?
Even the soap dish is a copper plate.
It is right under the mirror. That is absolutely amazing. I'm glad this exists somewhere in the world, and I would love to take a shit and wash my hands there. Anyway, that came from the Alt 1, and he also sent another fun topic, which was the top 10 steampunk bands. And when I open it up, it's actually the top 15. He kind of wrote it wrong, I guess, but it's the top 15 steampunk bands. So, and a lot of these I haven't really heard too much of, but totally look it up. And again, the top 15 steampunk bands will be in the show notes. But I want to move on to some of the ones I want to highlight, and some of the ones that I know I've enjoyed. So, in one of the top spots, or not top spots, one of the lower spots, number 13. Number 13 was Creature Feature. Have you ever heard of this group?
No.
So Creature Feature, I actually came across this listening to Last FM and everything, but I just want to play a little bit of this and get a little bit of a feel, because this is quite interesting. The actual song they mentioned was Buried Alive, which is amazing song too, but this was one of my favorite songs, so I'm going to start it up here.
Hello, everyone. You sure seem wired as a big dad. You're wires. You said it was cotton candy. That's not candy. That's just...
All right, everybody sit down, quiet down, listen up. I brought you all here to recite the annual obituaries. Like every year, we'll start with A and we'll end with Z. All right, is the band ready? Ready. All right, hit it, Boyles.
1 and 2.
So that's the whole idea of this song, is they're going to go through the whole alphabet. So they had Derek stabbed in the eye, or Eric, and Greg who died in the womb. You know, all this craziness. Creature Feature does incorporate a lot of this electric. Is that what it is?
I literally felt like I was watching the Muppets.
Yeah?
That's what the first thing I got out of that opening.
Oh, yeah, the opening had a good, like, you know, alright, we're going to recite all this and everything.
I could just see, like, Sesame Street characters sitting in a room and this, like, main guy going, okay, pay attention.
Yes, exactly. And it was, I can't find a good video. There used to be a very good video that visualized all this. So the video that's in the show notes is actually just a blank picture, but it's a good song, so if you want to click on it and listen to it up. So number 12 came in with Human Wine, and there's a lot of these people I haven't gotten a chance to listen to, but totally pull up the whole top 10 or top 15 and see if you find any of these very interesting. There was another one I found, was Abney Park. Was another group that I've heard of listening to Last FM, and Albany Park came into number 3 actually on the whole steampunk chart, and so I'm gonna play a little bit of that here. This one brings a lot of fun too. Actually, if you follow this link, it is very steampunk visual. This is a full live action. They have a lot of steampunk engineering settings, and everyone's costumed up. This is actually a very good, amazing video. Have you been able to get to see it?
No, not yet.
So go check that out, listeners. And I guess I gotta give some credit to the actual winners of this chart. And you probably won't hear too much from the actual winner. And I'm sorry if you're actually a big fan of this, but play a little bit. We'll see what people think of it. I'm a really good fan of this current song, but alright, shut that down, start up the number 1. It's called Synthetic Dream Foundation. I don't know, it just sounds very bassy. Not much changes. But what is written here is the Synthetic Dream Foundation, the One-Eyed Maiden, is a proud winner. It's darkly gothic with a sinister beat. This is industrial electronica at its best. The music video for this track calls to mind Jack the Ripper prowling the rain-soaked streets of old London, which works well with the oculate and mysterious feel of the music, not to mention the shifting gears and gadgetry. You hear shifting gears and gadgetry?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, do you hear that?
No.
I don't hear much.
I just hear a bunch of bass.
That's all I really hear is just electronica. I don't know how this
It
made
just
it.
sounds like an 80s band to me.
I don't know how this made it to #1 at all.
I could see that sitting on like some movie like The Labyrinth or something back with David Bowie.
Oh, I would put David Bowie Labyrinth music way above this. Well, that's my own preference, but it does. There's no words. There's no nothing. The other videos I think are actually way better. But go ahead, check it out. It's in the show links. See what video is your best. Let us know. Give us your feedback. And there's actually one that didn't make the list, which I don't understand why. This guy is so steampunk. He's got steampunk written all over him. His name is Dr. Steele. Dr. Steele is so steampunk. He punks steel. I don't know. how can you be more steampunk? I'm trying to figure it out here. But anyway, let's hear a little bit of the Dr. Steele. Alright, what sounds more steampunk?
That was terrible.
You hate this?
That was terrible.
How can you hate this?
It sounded like 1920s flapper music meets grunge garbage can music.
Ah. Dr. Steele's the way to go. He's got more of the gear sounds and
Oh,
like,
no. Oh, you're right on that.
the
I definitely
workings
could hear
of-
the
the
metal
workings of
slash garbage can hitting together thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forth, back and forth, side to side. Alright, you gotta check out the video though. He totally represents like the mad robot building scientist and everything. He's actually very resembling of the Dr. Horrible and everything. He is a mad scientist of all mad scientists. He has a lot of songs. The CD's great. I gotta give him so much credit. I'm sorry, I'm a big fan. I love this stuff, and to me, this is so steampunk. He's got a song about robots. Oh, sorry, just geek out a little bit on Dr. Steele. Let that go. But that will bring us to a trivia section.
Woo!
All right, I'm gonna cut it down a little bit. We're not gonna do like 11. A lot of clips and everything. We're gonna cut it down to just you have 3 shots.
Oh, great. I had to hear the horrible I lost sound in the background.
You have 3 shots, and as soon as I find the good thing that starts off the trivia music, where I don't know where I am and should be, there we go. I have my eye on it. There we go. Alright. Alright, you have 3 shots. I actually took consideration last week. Last week with the 2 out of 11. And a lot of the movies you claim
2.5.
you totally did not see. And so I tried to get inside your head a bit. You might get 3 out of 3.
You don't want to be in there. That's a scary place.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of the possibilities of the movies that you may have seen. So that's where I'm coming from with these 3 clips, and hopefully you do a great job tonight. Hold on, I gotta. All right. Gotta load this up here. Here we are. So clip number 1. Is the music too loud? Are you good?
I'm good.
Are you good? You're good? You're good? Alright, so here's clip number 1.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Oh my god, you've got people that know what this is.
Oh, I know what it is too. I just can't remember what it is. I've seen it.
I hope you, to God you did. Don't make me make it obvious and make you a fool. You want it one more time? Try to
Sure.
ring the bell?
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
I don't know. What is it?
Bueller. Bueller. Bueller.
He's
all right.
sick. My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid is going with the girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
You got an idea?
Oh yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Nice.
You needed to call a friend there. Alright. Here comes your next one.
Well, I'm sorry about your head, though, but I thought you were one of them. Yeah, they come in through the doors. Good point.
Names, anything?
That would be Sean Connery and Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
The Crusade. Very good. Nailed that one. Alright, if you don't get this next one, I don't know.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Go! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes!
I have nothing else I can help you out with if you get it wrong.
I have no idea what that is.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have a clue.
I didn't even bring a backup soundtrack to that. You really don't have no clue.
Play it again?
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Go! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes!
It sounds familiar.
I
know
hope
what
to
it is.
God it does.
Oh, I got it. All right. Dark Helmet.
Darth Helmet.
Dark.
In playing his role of.
Nice.
Alright, you got 3 out of 3. That's the way to do it.
100%. That's what I like.
That brings up that 2 average, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I think. That makes sense, right?
Absolutely. Anytime I look better is good.
Doesn't happen often, huh?
Not really. Take them where I can get them.
Alright. So, let's see here. Where are we? Let's start the music back up. And move into topic number 2.
This topic is kind of disturbing.
It's fun, though. Hold on, let me get to where I'm supposed to be, which I can't find. Because we have no background music right now. There we go. Alright, I'll put that back there. Alright. So, yeah. Topic number 2. What's wrong with you, Tokyo? That question can be asked many and many and many times over and over again. But let's take a look at I grabbed a few things here. The number one things I got to give credit to, and I forgot to give credit to. Weirdthings.com. They put up a post about it's called Flesh Love. They photograph people vacuum wrapped. It's couples, like your significant other, jump into a bag, get vacuum sealed, and take a picture.
It looks pretty disturbing.
Some
of these people should not have this little clothes on.
Well, that's the first image there, and that won't be the header image for the show. That's definitely not going to happen. But yeah, that's quite disturbing. But it moves on. There's they're representing that they're musical. There's a trombone and a guitar, and then they move down, and there's just a guy that's really happy for some reason, and then which almost looks like two girls. So it's like a
that's what I'm thinking too.
Like a girl friend thing, or not? Maybe not, but just like friends, Let's go take a picture together, being vacuum sealed. So
I don't know. They've got their hands held together.
Girls, yeah. Either way, I mean, I'm just saying.
That last one though, that's the one. That's the one we should put up on the main page.
Kind of worried about that. At least they're a little bit color coordinated. They got some skill to this, There's the yellow and the red, and they're doing something. And there's actually a video here, and it's gonna be the video that's gonna be in the show notes along with the link. But yeah, so this guy, photographer Haruhiko Kawaguchi, yeah, spends 10 to 12 seconds photographing couples that he meets in nightclubs. Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Is
that the story?
Yeah.
He arranges them like pieces of meat inside bags meant to store futons and blankets, that whole vacuum seal. The project is actually called Flesh Love. He photographed over 80 couples and says that men panic more often than women, and the women just want to look good, he says.
See, I just kind of look at it like this. I go to a nightclub, and this random guy walks up to me and says, "Hey, I'd like you to come back to my place, take all your clothes off with your significant other, jump in this bag, and I'll vacuum all the air out of you and take your picture." How many seriously, you have 80 couples that actually went, "Yeah, it sounds like fun."
It's Japan. It's Tokyo.
I would be calling 911 and saying there's a serial killer.
Well, it could also be, that's the first I've heard of that. Let's do it. Because the next...
Are there whips involved?
The next topic here we have right away. So in Japan, I mean, this is the mindset you need to get into, where this may not even be completely uncommon, is that there's a Japanese robot restaurant. So this new restaurant in Kabuchiko, Shinjuku, offers customers a unique form of entertainment. The robot restaurant, as the name suggests, features dancing female robots to lure in and entertain its customers. So the giant lifelike robots are made of plastic with robotic lower halves. Female staff members operate them to perform cabaret dances. Customers are also permitted to operate the robots. And you gotta see, the robots that they're talking about, the dancers that they're talking about, is literally like a 12-foot Amazon chick. That's a huge robot.
Well, see, that's the way Japan goes. They just look at anything and say, I think that would be better with a robot.
So, yeah, I don't blame that. But the restaurant costs around 10 billion yen to open, which is $100. Customers, I'm sorry, $1 million. I had a zero out of there. Sorry. Customers, 0 or 2, it doesn't matter. Customers need to pay a flat rate of 3,000 yen, which is $30. Or $300, wherever you put the zeros, it doesn't matter. That's
decimal
rough.
point here, decimal point
That's
there.
roughly. They use a comma, we use a period. I don't know. It's somewhere in there. It really isn't that far off from moving the things around. But the entrance includes that 3,000 yen includes entrance and a drink. So you get your 1 drink minimum, and then the main reason to visit Robot Restaurant is a performance, which goes on twice a night from Monday to Saturday. No shows on Sunday. Sorry.
Those robots have to take off for the Sabbath.
Yes, the robots have off on Sunday. But I tell you what. If you're sitting there, if I'm sitting there, I tell you, Kabuchiko Shinjuku, Japan, I'm totally game. I want to see this. I want to see this thing move. There's no video. I wish I could give you a video. They didn't give me a video. This is just a story. I want to see this. If I'm there, I'm there.
If you search the net, you'll find one.
I don't know if I Google robot dancing women, I'm going to see what I want to see.
Oh, I bet you will. It might not be for that restaurant, but it'll be what you want to see.
I'm not too sure, but for argument's sake, Japan has invented a new instrument. Japan's new wacky musical instrument is called the Automotone DX. It's a new electronic instrument, as I said, from Japan. It's becoming quite a hit on the internet. Shaped like a musical note, it can be played easily by anybody. So I'm just gonna. There's a couple YouTube videos that'll be in the show notes, but I want to pull up just a section of what this guy does with the Automotone. How would you say that?
Automatone.
You say it all at once like an American. Automatone. Screw it. Whatever.
We are Americans.
Yeah. Automatone. Actually, doesn't sound too bad. Automatone. Yeah. Automatone DX. So this guy, it's got a slider thing. It's shaped like a musical note. You can open up its mouth and you change the pitches and you trigger it. It's kind of like a guitar and you turn things and stuff. But this guy actually made it. The funny part being made in Japan and everything.
I actually kind of want one of these. And it's sad. I kind of like the pink one the best.
And it looks fun.
Yeah.
I want the black one.
I don't like the eyes on the black one. It's kind of just cheap. But the pink one or the blue one, those look pretty cool.
What other eyes would you put on the black one? You gonna put pink eyes on the black one?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just the colors in itself. I don't know.
No
the
other
other one's
eyes
more
on black
Japan.
are gonna be. Whatever. Anyway, here is the Automatone DX playing. I hope you recognize it. I don't need to say it, so.
I don't want one anymore. Make it stop.
Come on, if you get one of these, you can annoy all your
Oh my
friends.
gosh, that's like cats being rocked on.
You might not even have friends.
Wow. That's sure to
Um,
get you a lot of friends in your group.
There's a lot more detail if you dive deeper into this whole article. I'll put up the page, and that's all I'm doing. To find that song, it's on your own. It's one of the videos, but it's 4 minutes in.
God help your ears.
You gotta love Japan. And real quick, before we jump to before we jump to Alt One's bumper here, there's this video. It's been very viral, and I'm gonna make you hear some of this.
This one's actually not too bad.
You took a listen?
I got to the first 34 seconds of it, and it was not bad.
No, the musical quality and everything is very good. And I tell you
I was
what,
digging the little kid.
yes, and he's very talented. And at the time of recording, we're sitting at 35,989,000 views. This thing is it's literally 36 million views.
Yeah, it's not a bad song. If my bandwidth here in the hotel was better, I probably would have heard it all.
Gangnam Style. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 나는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는
Now, I hope anyone that is listening to this podcast knows I hope anyone that's been listening to this has heard this song before. I mean, 36 million views at the time of recording. This thing could potentially be... Oh, wait. What's the published date? July. But this thing just picked up in the last month like insane. I seen... So my credit goes to Mr. Justin Robert Young. Sent out a Twitter of somebody singing this song. And this just made it to the morning stream. I just can't get enough of this song. It is just so catchy. I've actually done this dance in public, and my kid won't go anywhere with me. He won't. He won't go to Walmart with me. I get out of my car and I start doing the dance and everything, and he's like, "Oh my God, Dad." But it's so much fun. Look at that. You could do that all day. It is still kind of weird that I don't know about him with the guy in the steam room, and
I didn't get that far yet.
oh man, such a great song. The music is great. I love it. There's also an English translation video. If you search that up, you'll find it. I'll do the words for it and everything. But man, it isn't Japanese though, from what I hear. This is Korean, I think. I can't find anything that confirms that, but... but man, I can't get enough of this thing.
I can tell. Let's move on.
Hey, sexy lady. Alright. So here's Mr. Alt One on his book review. It's for the full passage. And here we go. Oh wait, I gotta find out where the music's still playing. Where are you? Alright, you gotta turn down. Gangnam Style.
Hello again, this is the Alternative One for the Title Unknown podcast. This week I'll be reviewing The Passage by Justin Cronin. And guess what? No surprises here. It's a zombie story. In my humble estimation, Justin Cronin's The Passage qualifies as an instant classic. It has all the elements of great work. Brilliantly written characters that are flawed but very real. A twisting mystery that will keep you immersed in the narrative and engaged by the characters. The promise of a good scare right around the corner. Viral vampire zombies. Unwitting heroes and a huge early following of fans. Do not be swayed by the occasional naysayers who proclaim that this book is too long or too wordy, whatever that means. It is worthy of your attention and a worthwhile read. The characters are real people, the narrative descriptive, and in some cases bloody, gory, and disturbing. The premise, which is not your average vampire story, is reminiscent of the early post-apocalyptic literature, but with a twist, and it has something many of the others do not. A grand, epic fantasy feel to it, and not because of its heft, but of its engrossing content. Sweeping across almost 100 years in the post-apocalyptic vampire-infested plains of Western America, The Passage is an engrossing and epic tale which begins when a government experiment creates 12 different strains of vampire zombies that escape and infect the entire world. However, small pockets of humans have survived, and while the virals stalk the landscape, some communities have managed to survive and even thrive in a world swarming with flesh eaters. The Passage is an end-of-the-world road trip filled with discovery, mystery, pain, and loss. But the buried deep underneath all that is the promise of love, new life, and happiness. It's ours to find. One of the most compelling elements of this book is that I could sense pieces of similar earlier works buried in the canon. There is, of course, the obvious good versus evil, and a government strain that gets loose killing millions of people, much like Stephen King's The Stand. There are survivors that live on the brink of extinction and could be annihilated at any moment, as found in Larry Niven's Lucifer's Hammer, among many others. There is an epic battle between surviving factions, although one of them is not quite human, as in David Brin's The Postman. Also, which I found very interesting, were the military factions fighting in the wasted lands of a broken America, which is very reminiscent of James Axler's Deathland series. And as an element of technology in both cases, electricity is isolated for many years, like in Jean Dupras's The City of Ember. I am not implying that Cronin borrowed from these works, only that he used elements found in all of them. And since I'm a huge fan of every one of those work, it goes without saying that I'd rate this high. And I have. I heard recently that this book was the first in a trilogy. One can only hope that Cronin types 5,000 words a minute and that the other two books will be published before the end of this month. I know he doesn't, and they won't, but one can wish. I can't wait to find out what happens next in this series. After a brief Google search, it appears that the next two books in the series are called The 12, to be published in 2012 sometime, and The City of Mirrors, to be published in 2014. There is also a lot of talk of full-length motion picture based on the novel. I'll definitely keep an eye out for that and post you if I find anything. By the way, I love great sprawling epic novels. Here's hoping volumes 2 and 3 are lengthy and well written. I give The Passage 5 out of 5 stars, and this is the alternative one from Southeast Wisconsin for the Title Unknown podcast. Until next week, keep reading.
And yes, keep reading.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Sorry about that. It's always a good.
Style.
Can't get enough, man.
Oh my god.
Have you read The Passage?
What passage? What?
The book. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that.
I'm sure you didn't.
That came from somewhere else. It wasn't me.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Oh my god.
It wasn't me. Somebody else was here. They're doing the Womakama styles. It's not my styles. Alright. So moving on, and thank you again, Alternative One. Zombie book. The Passage. I gotta totally read a book. The only book I've ever read lately has been that Ready Player One. These zombie books, man, they sound good. Sound like there's stuff going on in there. Anyway, let's check out. There's something I've been wanting to bring up. This one, I think I actually had fall away. It's I'm going to throw it in the show notes. It's just a buy now, a little, what's it called? ThinkGeek.com. They actually made the Batman The Dark Knight. They made an outfit for the Potato Head.
Haven't we already talked about this? I thought we've done this one already.
Did we?
I think we did.
How come it didn't get deleted?
It might have been in our lost episode.
That very well could be. We did have that technical difficulty tonight of a accidental press of a wrong button.
Yeah.
Well, we've come a long way since then, and here's Batman Dark Knight Potato Head. Because now we have redundant recording and live stream and all that other fun stuff.
All the safety features of intoxicated people.
Oh, yeah. But for $20, you can turn your Potato Head into the Dark Knight.
Oh, it's just a costume? You don't even get the potato head?
I don't think so. I think it's just the extra stuff.
What kind of crap is that? If I'm paying $20, I better get my potato head too.
You might. I'm just saying that I would assume that I would have a potato head.
What if you don't have a potato head though? I don't have a potato head.
But then you buy a potato head and you put the Dark Knight costume on it. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Or maybe...
Oh, God.
Are you going to buy a potato head or...
Gangnam Style.
I don't know. Just saying. Anyway. Next bit of fun news. Or the next fun topic. Is that this is actually really cool. Is that the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the new additions to the Webster-Merriam Dictionary for 2012. So almost every year they introduce new stuff to the dictionary, right?
Yeah.
So, like, what's the number one argument? You're sitting there and you're playing Scrabble or whatever.
That's not a real word.
What? Yeah.
That's one of the arguments.
Yeah, that's not a real word. And you say, you know what? Fuck you. Look it up in the dictionary, right? That's the answer to that question. And now there's new words that you can say, you know what? I'll throw that shit down on the Scrabble board. So here's just 15. From what I hear, they introduce like 100 words into the dictionary. But for Scrabble's sake, let's just take the single, no spacing, because there's not a space, right? You can't do that.
No.
And Scrabble can't have a
so.
space.
I believe a space is a what's that? Random letter you can use.
Oh, is there blank ones?
Yeah, I believe there is.
You can use that as a space?
No, not a space. It's a random. It's any letter you want it to be called.
But can you use that as a space?
No.
No, damn it! If you could, I mean, Scrabble needs to really.
So.
But I'm sorry, but if Scrabble can really pick up on that, that'd be a real game changer. Sorry, that's number 8. Game changer.
A lot of people would be playing it in their man cave.
Number 8, game changer has been introduced into the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. A newly introduced element or factor that changes an existing situation or activity in a significant way. It's a very good definition for exactly of what we were just talking about. But, like, seriously, they found it finally in 2012 that F-bomb needed to be in the dictionary.
Yes, because too many people were sexting.
The word fuck, used metaphorically as a euphemism, accidentally dropped an F-bomb on television. That's the dictionary term they're going with. Like, really? Alright,
I guess they had an aha moment.
and you just said sexting. Sexting finally made it. This has been going on for years. So sexting is finally a dictionary term.
Well, sexting has systematic risk.
I shouldn't even need to read what it is. So you mentioned aha moment. That's a new term.
Oh man, you're like 3 words behind me.
So the
energy
aha
drink.
moment.
I think that one's interesting that got put in.
Is it different than an energy drink that we need to know about?
Well,
or is
I'm
it
sure
just
there's never
what's
been an energy drink word.
But what's the definition? It's the common definition we would assume. What's the aha moment definition?
Oprah Winfrey's signature phrase. A moment of sudden realization, inspiration, insight, recognition, or comprehension.
What's gastropub?
Sounds like a place you'd go eat at and have to throw up.
It is a pub, bar, or tavern that offers meals of high quality. High quality? I thought low quality. I was with you until I read the high quality. Really? A gastropub is high quality? Is pub and eater?
I didn't know what earworm was, but that one kind of is interesting.
Is it? What is it? Read
a
it.
Song or melody that keeps repeating in one's mind. This summer's example being the inescapable Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen.
The Call Me Maybe?
Yep.
So that, also like bookworm and earworm, and they're making it. It's not like somebody that studies ears or anything.
No.
No, it's just someone that just keeps playing.
No. An earworm is a song that I can't get out of my head, and believe me, I will get that song out of my head.
Oh, no, you won't. You're gonna wake up in the middle of the night. You're gonna be dancing like I do.
No.
Alright, so it's gassed. It's a verb. Do you got that one?
No, I'm already off that subject.
Gassed is slang for drunk.
No, like you always are on Friday nights.
Slang, drained of energy.
Oh.
Has anyone... I've never said I'm gassed.
You should start. You should use that as your new vocabulary word for the week.
Or I can say...
오빤 강남스타일.
Oh my god. I knew it was coming too.
I'd rather be a woman come on style than gassed. Oh, what fun, what fun.
300 miles away from you and I still can't get away from you.
No, you can't. Alright, so that is awesome. And just to speak a little bit to that, new things being added, like Webster Dictionary is iconic, right? Have you ever heard of the average penis size?
No.
No, well, they do math, and there's been studies years before about average penis size. You've never had a number in your head of what the average penis size is?
No, not really.
Well, worldwide, I've always heard, back when I was way young, when I was curious about my penis size, it was always around 6 inches.
Now, how many men just looked at their penis?
You've never put a ruler down there?
Can't say I have.
Really?
Oh, I've never had to worry about it. Nobody's ever complained.
But you still want to know? It's like, you know, how fast your car can go. You never floored it out on the back roads to see if you can actually do 90 miles per hour.
Absolutely.
All right. You ever held your breath and counted how long you can?
Yeah, only when I'm underwater, though.
Yeah, well,
I've heard trying to breathe underwater isn't such a good idea.
Right, but it's the same idea. It's just see, you know, compared against everything else. So the official penis size poll 2012. Sorry, I didn't actually put this in the show notes. It might not actually show up, but
yeah, I was wondering where this was coming from.
this actually
randomly wanted to talk about penises.
This actually came from somewhere else. There's they were talking about I've back when I was younger, like I said, was a 6.25 size was average. The size has come down in 2012. They did 500,000 males study, and they did it across countries and across all the countries and all the studies and everything of fully erect penises. Japan came in at number 10 and America came in at number 11. So number 9, 8 and everything else, I don't know about that. But either way, or the surrounding countries. Either way, at number 10 of Japan being at 5.3 inches. And America being below that. We let way too many immigrants into our country. We let the wrong immigrants into our country or something. What's fucking up America's average?
We need more Africans.
The fuck messed up America's average? And I'll tell you what, I mean, back when I heard that when I was younger, like 6 inches being average and stuff, I was always happy when I finally pulled the ruler out and everything, and I'm like, above average. Just like my test scores. I'm all right. No, my test scores are a lot higher than average. So just like my test scores, I'm in a happy place. But, wow. Anyway, that's not going to be in the show notes. That's a little side topic. Go ahead and look that up for yourselves and have fun. End this with nobody won again. As I mentioned at the top of the show, no one won the deck. So what's the deal tonight?
Let's just do it again. Magic 13 Core Starter Deck. Email format Andy, and he's going to give a new word tonight.
Oh. Thank you for telling me that. The new word is
monkey.
I really thought it was going to be something else.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I don't have that up. I actually shut it down, I think. Oh. Wait. What is this?
Gangnam Style.
There it is. No, but really the word is
monkey.
So I need
monkey
in my email box in order for you to win the starter deck. If you listened to the first half of the show and thought Gangnam Style,
we'll accept either answer.
No. But again, in the back burner, next show, next prize, you got something else coming at us, right?
Yeah, we have a Kaijudo starter deck coming.
So you sit there and hold in your hands a Kaijudo starter deck. Well, not right now, but you do.
Not right now.
So this Kaijudo game, you played it, you talked a little bit about it, and no one at GenCon's actually representing, huh?
Nope, nobody at GenCon from Wizards of the Coast has a Kaijudo spokesperson there.
These guys, man, I don't know.
I don't know, you try and start a brand new game off, and the first thing that's coming up after the game releases is the world's largest gaming convention. Wouldn't you think you would advertise it there?
Kajuto. Did I say it right?
Yep.
All right. Well, one last thing before I close out. We did our giveaway if anyone wins. But I wanted to also mention this since we had a pretty heavy steampunk show. I want to mention Felicia Day back to Kickstarter. There's a Kickstarter out there. They're sitting at $46,000.
Out of 30,000 that she needed.
Out of 30,000. Where do you see that? I haven't been at Kickstarter that much. I'm trying to learn this. But it's for Steam Bandits Outpost. I watched the video. Go check out the video. It's actually very interesting. These guys really want to have a lot of fun and make a really good game. The project is by Iocane Studios.
Iocane powder.
You drink it first of what I know of you, of what you know from me. I think that's actually very appropriate. I mean, if this is a studio that's trying to understand what the gamer wants, of what they want, and they know what they want, or can assume of something that I know about them, and I know what I like, and...
Oh my god, my head's starting to hurt.
Sorry. But there's 41 hours to go. So as of this recording, try to head out there and try to pledge it out. I totally want to see this game come to be, and I just wanted to throw that out there. So I think that wraps us up.
Oh, absolutely.
Where do we need to go?
Gundam style?
No. Maybe. I considered that. I really did.
I figured you were. Take me to Hawaii.
Alright. It's been a great night. I'm glad you got to join us out there at GenCon in Indianapolis.
Oh, it's been fun.
So many miles away. And I really hope tomorrow goes better. I really hope that you actually bring us some stuff. Look forward to, meeting with you next week, and let's bring some more to the site.
All right.
All right. Have a great night.
Later.